I am Jimmy. Good evening. Almost the end of 2025. Tonight we have got a football special for you. I'm also watching Roma and Genoa. We've got a little bit of ice hockey. The semi-finals from yesterday between, always does my head in trying to say this, Sosnowiec and Katowice. Anyone who is watching in Poland tonight, dzień dobry, nie mówię po polski, angielski, dziękuję bardzo. Jest wykręgów, jazda. Tak? Yeah, we've got all the goals from the second half now. West Brom 2, QPR 1. Nat Phillips has given West Brom the lead. Crawley 1, Bromley 2. Michael Cheek on 56 minutes. Bromley into the lead. Cardiff 0, Stevenage 1. Phoenix Patterson, he rose from the ashes. Hey, on 57 minutes to give Stevenage the lead. Not what Cardiff wanted, not what Liam would have wanted. Massive Cardiff fan. You won't be happy with that at all. And it's now Crewe 0 away at Newport. Thanks to Sammy Braybrook. 76 minutes gone in that game. Newport 2, Crewe 0. The late kick-off was scheduled to be late, by the way. Birmingham 0, Southampton 0. That's a half-time. Cheltenham 0, Swindon 1. Joe McGregor on 57 minutes, giving Swindon the lead. And Jacob Slater for Harrogate on 59 minutes. He's not scored. He's been sent off for serious foul play. Roma trying to get in down the right-hand side here. No, they're just keeping possession, which they can afford to do because at half-time they are winning 3-0. A comprehensive result so far for Roma, getting back to winning ways after they've struggled the last couple of games. But the reason we were doing that game was because Son Youngest had a wager on that's been going all weekend, an accumulator, and that was his final game that he needed. And he obviously needed a Roma win. Looks like his bet already is up because Bet365, kind bookmakers as they are, once your game goes 2-0 up, they pay out on that. So he's just waiting for his 15% bonus to be applied now. That's a nice little bonus. He's off travelling for a few months next month, off to Asia. But that'll be all the youngsters. Well, they're all nearly 30 and 22. But they are, they're all off on the travels around the globe. Adrian's in live chat. Adrian, good to see you, mate. He says, hello, Jimmy. A lot of sports here. Where's the Darts World Championships? I'm recording that, mate. I'm going to watch that when I get into bed tonight, and I've got to stay up for the markets. I'm waiting for China opening. I'm going to be watching the darts. There's just too much sport on. There's not enough hours in the day, mate, to watch the sport. Good to see you in live chat, by the way. I hope you're doing well. Getting ready for the festivities on New Year's Eve, no doubt. Cheltenham 0, Swindon 1, Joel McGregor 57 minutes. We've done that one. Crawley 1, Bromley 3 now. Michael Cheek on 61 minutes. That's a hat-trick for him. And Stockport have taken the lead against Doncaster. Stockport 2, Doncaster 1. Kyle Wootton on 60 minutes. Could do with the victory tonight, Stockport, after the sickening, almost last-minute goal they lost to on the weekend. So they may be getting back to winning ways tonight, though. Burton 0, Wigan 1. Harrison, Bertoni on 64 minutes, putting Wigan into the lead. Almost 60 minutes gone in Italy. It is still Roma 3, Genoa 0. Adrian, are you an ice hockey fan? It never really took off here in the UK, mainly because of the climate. We just don't get that much snow and that much. We're not that big into winter sports. Genoa trying to come down the right-hand side. Comes to naught, they get dispossessed. Roma in possession. Frankie James is supposed to be in live chat as well at some point. And Jamal Baptiste for Rotherham, 58 minutes. He's another one who's not scored. Serious foul play. He has seen red. He's going for a bath. And Liam, you can put a smile on your face again, mate. Cardiff 1, Stevenage 1. Callum Robinson in the 64th minute, getting Cardiff back on level terms. Adrian says he's not into hockey at all. I don't mind watching it, mate, I've got to say. I don't have a team or support anyone, but I do like watching it. The fact that they let them have a few fisticuffs as well. Nothing wrong with a few fisticuffs, is there? I think we're all becoming a little bit too civilised. Genoa are in here. Oh, chance. Oh, the ball just wouldn't fall. I don't know who the striker is for Genoa there, but he was just going to pull the trigger as the defender came across and kind of put him off a little bit. Didn't get the shot away, and it's Roma on the attack, although that comes to naught. It's gone out for a throw. Chance there, though, for Genoa. Half an hour to go in that game. I wouldn't expect Roma to slip up from there, but this is Italian football. You never know. You never know. Although the days of Sampdoria and Juventus, when you used to get some strange results, you often wondered at the time, what was going on there? Well, we found out a few years later, didn't we? There was a few wagers going on. Somebody was being a little bit naughty and throwing games. Riverside Stadium. It is still Middlesbrough 0, Hull 1. Yarby on 12 minutes, giving Hull the lead. Massive game, that, at the top of the championship. Hull have been going fantastically well. Jaden in Australia, he'll be happy with that. Let's just have a look how that affects the top of the championship. As things stand, Middlesbrough still would stay in second place. Coventry getting beat earlier, though, by 0-2 against Ipswich. You might think that's a bit of a shock, but when you look at where Ipswich are, what comes in there from Genoa? Over the crossbar, didn't trouble the keeper. Just getting a few chances at the moment, Genoa. Nothing to lose at 3-0, so yeah, Roma will be looking to keep a clean sheet. They won't want to be getting goal against them with sort of 25 minutes to go. Them doubts start creeping in, don't they? They've kind of dropped off the top of the Serie A at the minute. They could do with a couple of defeats to try and claw their way selves back into the title chase. Adrian says, seems like a good sport for watching. Pity I don't know any ice hockey clubs. Would be easy with chanting for someone. It certainly would, mate. It certainly would. Is there not an ice hockey club in Krakow? I know tonight there's, I can never say it, so I'll say it wrong and I'll apologise in advance. Sosnowiec. That, I know I can't say it properly because that's where Viexta Krakow have been playing their games until after Christmas when they are playing at the R22. Sosnowiec. I think the more I think about it, the worse it gets. Sosnowiec. We had a Polish Christmas, Adrian. My daughter-in-law came and cooked for Christmas Day, so she did us a Polish feast. It was delicious, mate. Homemade pierogies. Oh, I've got to say, they were fat. They didn't open up. And I managed to eat 9. Humongous. I could hardly move afterwards, though. And we had the can't remember what it's called. It's the salad that's got apples in it and delicious, mate. Absolutely delicious. She did her homemade soup as well. A homemade, like a beetroot soup and Polish bread and homemade cheesecake as well. Delicious, mate. What a feast, what a feast. And Frankie didn't have to cook, so she was well happy with it. Niall Canavan for Barrows, second bookable offence on 64 minutes. He's been sent off. Blackpool 3 now, Rotherham 0. Ashley Fletcher on 62 minutes, Blackpool pulling away. Stoke have pulled one back against Sheffield United, thanks to Ben Wilmot on 65 minutes. They still trail though, it's Stoke 1, Sheffield United 2. Sheffield United need that victory. They are still, as it stands, they've moved into 17th. They've moved into 17th, but if they drop points here, they could be moving to, blimey, just one above the drop zone again. So a big night this for Sheffield United. Portsmouth 1, Charlton 0, Connor Shaughnessy on 69 minutes, putting Portsmouth into the lead. And Portsmouth definitely need a victory tonight. If things stay as they are now, they will move out of the drop zone. Adrian says, I believe Cracovia has a ice hockey section. GKS Chicha also. Pierogi are the best. Coming from a Polish man, I would expect nothing more I'd expect nothing less, I should say, than to say pierogies are the best. Oh, they certainly are. And then fried up, lightly fried. Oh, it's just a pity she's had to go back now, gone back to work. But it was good to see her. She did teach me a few words in Polish, and it's all gone straight out. The brain cells are disappearing the older I get, mate. Genoa are in again here. Just a defender to beat. Chance to put a shot in. Defender does well there for Roma. Just knocked the striker off his stride, so he couldn't even get the shot in. And Roma have cleared. Looking forward to some sparring matches from Turkey, Adrian. Definitely looking forward to some Wisła Kraków football. I want to see what Mariusz Jop's going to do with respects of Ardit Nikaj. For goodness sake, give him a chance. Especially if we aren't going to sign the striker from Polonia Varsova, which it doesn't look like we are going to do now. We definitely need to get Ardit Nikaj. We need Ardit Nikaj or Kavala, somebody to be given a chance. And we definitely need to be dropping Ertahala. All this gushing from the media over how Ertahala, he's been this sensational signing for Wisła. First 4 or 5 games, yeah. After that, bang average at best. Lucky to stay in the team with his final few performances. But that's for another night. I'm going to stay positive tonight. I've had a good day at work. Finished just in time to do this live stream. Everything's going well. Bradford 1, Port Vale 0. Jensen Metcalf on 67 minutes, putting Bradford into the lead. Adrian says Polonia Varsova won't go for that deal. They definitely won't. 100% they won't. And they've come out and said they won't. And Jarosław Królewski has now said that deal is dead. I don't believe him. But now the player's also looking at potentially another move elsewhere as well. It's like everybody's playing standoff, and it's who's gonna blink first. And why Wisła ever expected that Polonia Varsova would go for a small payment and a bonus payment if they got into the extra classer, and then if we sell him on, they'll get a big chunk of that money. That's going to be so far down the line as to be what can they want the money if they're going to sell him so they can bring a replacement in, or maybe 2. Who knows? But the other thing in that video that I had the other night, I want this deal off the table for Krzyżanowski. £800,000 is still on the table, even though he has signed his new 2-year contract with the extension on that contract of the extra year into 2028. If they were to come in with something like, it's 800,000, is it 850,000? What would JK do if they came in with, say, 1.2 million? If they're desperate, they would pay it. 1.2 million. Would he sell him then, thinking Mikulek's on his way back, and we've got Lelieveld? I don't know. But I think it would leave us a little bit short, especially if Josie Colley does make the move. I'm not sure that's going to happen, because definitely when Lasicki made the move, that kind of threw a little bit of a spanner in the works. Adrian says, I think they're able to get promotion from 3rd seed. Javinski is necessary to reach that. Yeah, he's a good player, isn't he? He is a good player. It would be nice to have him. However, you know, he might come to Wisła. It's, does he fit in? Maybe, maybe not. You know, not everybody is at it. But I would like to have him, because it does give us that option where, when at the moment, when we can't go through the middle because teams are crowding us out, go down the flanks, we put the ball in the middle with no height there. And unless it's an accurate cross onto, let's say, Redado's head or whoever's on that left-hand side, whether it is, I mean, Duda's not going to really get in there. So you're looking at Duarte coming in from the far side if the cross comes in, or you're looking at Kaziemka. Neither of them blessed with massive height, so to have that target man as well. But I'm still convinced Ardit Nikaj can do a job for Wisła, and he's just not getting a chance. We'll see if he gets a chance in these friendly matches and see if he can impress Marius Shop. Barnsley 0, Lincoln 2. Adam Reach on 72 minutes, doubling Lincoln's lead. Gillingham 1, Colchester 0. Robbie McKenzie on 74 minutes, putting the Gills into the lead. And MK Dons have equalised against Notts County. Callum Patterson on 70 minutes, making it 1-1. Yeah, Coventry, they've lost tonight against Ipswich by 0 goals to 2. I didn't see the match, but they've got such a commanding lead. They've still, Middlesbrough, usually happens like this, who had a chance to capitalise on that and reduce the gap to 6 points. They're also losing at home to Derby. Derby, I won't say languishing in 14th because they're on 32 points. Bristol City in 5th, who are in the playoff places, are only on 37 points. So it's a little bit deceiving when you look at Derby's league position. Oh, Stockport 2, Doncaster 2. Owen Bailey on 74 minutes has equalised for Doncaster. Corner comes in from the right-hand side for Roma. Defender gets his head to it. It's gone back to the corner taker, who puts another ball back into the middle. Cleared by Genoa, edge of the box. Shot comes in. The keeper's right-hand post. 72.5 minutes gone there. It's still Roma 3, Genoa 0. Yeah, Stockport will be having... They'll be having flashbacks to Saturday. They suffered late on there. Middlesbrough have had 19 shots and they're still trailing. Just trying to have a look where... Stockport... They lost on the weekend at home to Lincoln, like I said, with that late winner. I think it came from the penalty spot from memory. But to be honest, they were pushing the luck before that. Lincoln had a couple of good chances. And now against Doncaster. Doncaster are, really struggling. Really struggling. One off bottom. However, if they were to win tonight, Doncaster, they would move out of... I know they wouldn't on goal difference. They'd remain in the bottom 4, but they would overtake Plymouth Argyle. And Plymouth tonight are losing, even though they're at home again, to Weymouth. Having a shocker. Having an absolute shocker of the season, Plymouth Argyle. And if they're not careful, they're going to be getting successive relegations. When you think this time last year, they were in the Championship. That great cup run, didn't they? It peaked when they knocked Liverpool out of the FA Cup, and then they started off this season. Shocking. 8 victories, 1 draw, 14 defeats. Not good enough. Not good enough. And the thing is, you go down, if you go down into League 2, it's not an easy league to get out of. There's been a goal at St Andrews. We'll go through that in a minute. Cheltenham 0, Swindon 2. Villas off Mabetta on 75 minutes, doubling Swindon's lead. It's a lot of head tennis going on there. Over the keeper's head, off the underside of the crossbar. Phil Newman on 49 minutes, putting Birmingham in the lead. Birmingham 1, Southampton 0. Talk about head tennis. There must have been 5, 6, 7 headers in the penalty area. And Newman got a powerful header over the keeper from about 8 yards. Keeper got a touch on it. And he could only put it onto the underside of the crossbar. And it bounced down the wrong side of the line for the keeper. Birmingham take the lead. I've got a complaint. These Serie A matches in Italy, they play with a ball that's it looks like it's either pink or orange, or you keep losing because the advertising hoardings are digital, aren't they? Whenever the ball goes against the digital advertising hoarding, you can't see that the ball disappears. I can't understand why nobody has thought this is not a good idea. We need to play with a white ball. Whether it's a sponsorship deal, I don't know, but it's a real bad idea. A real bad idea. I saw it last night. I was watching some of the Inter Milan game. Couldn't see the ball. Absolute rubbish. Full-time score, Newport 2, Crewe 0. And Millwall 2, Bristol City 1. Macaulay Langstaff on 81 minutes, putting Millwall into the lead. Genoa coming down this left-hand side. 77 minutes on the clock, still trailing Roma 3, Genoa 0. But they've had some decent chances this... I mean, that's going to be a blatant pull of the Roma player's shirt. Dybala, and the referee has no choice but to blow his whistle. Relieves all the pressure. You've got to wonder about footballers' mentality. Not very bright, some of them. Wrexham 2, Preston 0. Broadhead on 39 minutes, putting Wrexham into the lead. And I'm not sure who it is with the second goal. Goal scorer to follow in that one. Not sure what has happened there. To sort that out. We can't have that. Let's get the ice hockey. It was Oliver Rathbone in the 77th minute, making it Wrexham 2, Preston 0. Let's see what's happened here. I'm going to have to go through the adverts, I think, so apologies for that. It won't be too long and it'll be back on, then I'll forward it. I will forward it through. FC Porto 1, AFS 0, and Cardiff 2, Stevenage 1. Goal scorer to follow on that one. You can relax, Liam. Ben, I know Ben won't be watching because he's in Thailand. I wonder what was going on. I've not got my glasses on. Looks like I could be in Thailand. Keep squinting. Right. I can't remember where we were up to. How long have we been going? We've been going 24 minutes, so I reckon... let's put it up to 23 minutes. There we go. Right, we're back on. It was Youssef Salach in the 82nd minute, putting Cardiff into the lead against Stevenage. How does that affect the league? No. Well, the top four, currently Cardiff are winning, Lincoln are winning, Bradford are winning, Stockport are winning, 3-2 now, and Huddersfield are winning. So the top five are all winning. The only team in the top six who is losing is Bolton Wanderers. It's Bolton Wanderers 0, Mansfield 1. Could do with a victory there, or at least getting a point, Bolton Wanderers. Almost everybody in the top half, down to 13, is almost winning. So it's not a good night for teams who are struggling. Grimsby 1, Shrewsbury 0. Justin Amaluzor on 83 minutes, putting Grimsby into the lead, and confirmation Stockport 3, Doncaster 2. Kyle Wootton once again on the score sheet, a brace on the evening in the 83rd minute. Gillingham 1, Colchester 1 now. Arthur Reed with an 87th minute penalty, getting Colchester back on level terms. Chance here down the right hand side for Roma. Snuffed out by Genoa. Roma still in possession though now. Now they're going to try and come down this left hand side. They've got bodies in the middle. If a cross comes in, numbers at the edge of the box. Shot still doesn't come in. Cross to the back post. Time to control it. Played back to the edge of the box. All too intricate from Roma there. Somebody needs to just put the foot behind it and either have a shot or get a cross in earlier. They've got another chance to put a cross in now down this right hand side. Nope, trying to play a 1-2 through the penalty area. Didn't quite come off. Still in possession though. Genoa cannot get this ball clear. Now it's flicked back to the penalty area. Bicycle kick. Good contact on it, but it caught the Genoa player, just looped up, and the keeper with an easy catch. Yeah, top of League One. Cardiff are now winning 2-1 against Stevenage after they were losing. Lincoln are beating Barnsley away 0-2. Bradford 1, Port Vale 0, Stockport 3 as we've just said, Doncaster 2, Huddersfield 1, Northampton 0. And Burton 0, Wigan 2, Dara Costello on 87 minutes, doubling Wigan's lead. They'll be taking all 3 points tonight. That's a big goal for Wigan. If they can take 3 points tonight, they'll move up to 12th place. It moves them from just being outside of the drop zone to being mid-table. That's how close it is in League One. I mean, there's teams in there that are pushing for the playoff places that have also got to be looking over the shoulder that you don't get drawn into a relegation battle. Strange old league is that League One. Bristol Rovers 0, Barnet 2, Ryan Glover on 86 minutes there, doubling Barnet's lead. It looks like Barnet are going to be taking all 3 points. I think Preston have just got to go back again. 83 minutes on the clock there, so still time to get back level. Wrexham 2, Preston 1. I'll tell you the goal scorer in a minute. Broadhead on 39 minutes and Rathbone in 77 minutes made it 2-0 to Wrexham, but they were getting a little bit nervous. Alfie Devine it was on 84 minutes, pulling one back for Preston. Let's have a look how they're doing in the Championship. We'll have all the full-time scorers when they come in. I mean, Wrexham, they're in 11th currently on 34 points. Been a little bit inconsistent lately. They had a draw against Preston, 1-1. They lost at Hull. All right, Hull are doing really well. They drew against Watford, lost against Swansea, won against Sheffield United, and then tonight it looks like they're going to beat Preston. However, if they don't get these 3 points tonight, they'll drop down to... They could drop down to 14th. So it's vital, really, for Wrexham that they hold on if they're going to try and push for the playoff places. Currently, they're only 3-4 points off the playoffs. So it's games like this where you need to take the 3 points. Huddersfield 2, Northampton 0. Bojan Radulovic on 83 minutes, doubling Huddersfield's lead. Doesn't seem 2 minutes, does it, since Huddersfield were in the Premier League? No, they are in League One. And they're all right. They're in the playoff places. But they're 10 points off automatic promotion. Chance here for Genoa, deflected. It's in. There's one back for Genoa. It was a free kick that was floated into the penalty area to the right-hand side. It was headed back across goal. And just a lack of... They just switched off, Roma. Number 21 for Genoa. Then it was deflect. The keeper had it covered. And it was the deflection from the volley that sent the keeper completely the wrong way. But, I mean, there's 4 minutes left plus a little bit of stoppage time there. Roma should see that out. Ben Pearson for Stoke, 88 minutes. He's not scored. He's been sent off for foul play. Lots of close games coming to an end this evening, and a lot of vital games that are, sometimes you get weekends or evenings where you get a lot of top of the table playing bottom of the table, and these games tonight, there's a lot of what they call 6-pointers, aren't they? They were just having a look at VAR then. Nothing, I don't know why, nothing wrong with that goal for... Yeah, it has stood. They've restarted the game. Roma 3, Genoa 1, 87.5 minutes on the clock. It's a done deal. Roma won't throw this away. It won't matter for youngest son anyway, because they pay out once you get a 2-goal lead. Very nice of Bet365 to do that. Just one of the little perks to give you if you place a wager with them. Harrow Road, almost 90 minutes on the clock now. It's still Norwich 0, Watford 1. Well, I'm saying still Norwich 0, Watford 1. They've just taken the lead through Vivaldo Semedo on 90 minutes. Not what the Norfolk crew will be. They won't be happy with that. Divallo's just gone down there for Roma. I'm not sure why. It was a little bit of a scissor tackle, I guess, but... yeah. Just trying to kill a few seconds there, Divallo. Yeah, big goal that for Watford. How does that affect the league table? And Hawthorns, it's still West Brom 2, QPR 1. 5 minutes of added time being played. Campbell on 24 minutes, giving West Brom the lead. Diakite on 35 minutes with an own goal, levelling it up. But Phillips on 55 minutes. Putting West Brom into the lead, and if it stays like that for another 3 minutes, they'll be taking all 3 points. We were just going to have a look at Watford, weren't they? Watford can hold that lead away at Norwich into injury time now. It would move them into 6th place. They'd be on 38 points. Fratton Park, it's still Portsmouth 1, Charlton 0. Shaughnessy on 69 minutes with the only goal of the game so far. Genoa coming down the right-hand side again. Chance to put a cross in there. It's blocked. Cleared. They are still in possession though. Rapidly running out of time. You know, they've got a chance to break here on Genoa. They've got a 5-on-3. Ball's played over to the left-hand side. Decent control. Slowed down a little bit now though. Now a crossfield pass comes in. Edge of the box. Chance for a shot. No, just keeping possession. I don't know who that was. Slipped and just he was putting the shot in. Deflection came off the defender, so it's a throw into Roma down this right-hand side. That's more like it. After we've worked all week, we don't want to be going paying our hard-earned money to watch a goalless draw. Oh, snooze fest. Not always, like I've said, sometimes you get a 0-0 game and it's been a corker, but as a rule, they're not the best. 4 minutes of added on time in Rome. Currently Roma 3, Genoa 1. And we've had 91.5 minutes of that already. Lots of full times coming in now. So in just a couple of minutes, we will have all the full time scores for you. If you've had a bet tonight, hopefully it's come off for you. Chance there for Roma to break. Roma player throws himself to the floor. The referee, no, come on. So he gets up, puts a tackle in. And the referee blows the whistle and gives it against the Roma player. I don't know who that is. Nothing wrong with either tackle, actually. Almost all the scores, all the full-time scores are in. Not a good night for Tranmere either. 7 minutes of injury time being played. It's currently Tranmere 1, Barrow 3. Barrow down to 10 men in that game as well. And there's been a late goal at Fratton Park. Portsmouth 1, Charlton 1. Harvey Nibbs in the 97th minute. Getting Charlton, well, surely that's going to be a share of the points now. That's going to be a sick note for Portsmouth. That is going to be a sick note for Portsmouth. Let's have a look how that affects their league position now. Oh my word, and what am I saying? Just as I've said that, Portsmouth have gone down the other end straight away, less than 60 seconds, and they've taken the lead. Yang Min Hyuk in the 98th minute has given Portsmouth the lead. Wowzer. Fratton Park faithful, they will be going ballistic. Shaughnessy on 69 minutes give Portsmouth the lead. Nibs in the 96th minute got Charlton what I thought was a share of the points. And Yang Min Hyuk in the 98th minute has given Portsmouth the lead. Bear in mind, only 5 minutes was supposed to be... Well, it's 5 minutes minimum, isn't it? It's supposed to be played. They've added on time. So, and it has finished now. Roma 3, Genoa 1. That is a full-time score. Blimey. And Wrexham, they have held on against Preston. Wrexham 2, Preston 1 is a final score. Good result that for Wrexham. Moves them closer to those playoff places. Still a long way to go in the league, but they're going in the right direction, that is for sure. Blimey. I'd like to be at Fratton Park now. Bet the atmosphere is electric. They will be buzzing. There'll be some beer drunk tonight in the dockyard. Who else is still playing? Norwich and Watford are still playing. It's currently Norwich 0, Watford 1. And Stockport, oof, they can breathe more easily. Stockport 4, Doncaster 2. Jack Senior with a 98th minute own goal. Wrapping up the points there for Stockport. And Blackpool 4, Rotherham 0. Tom Bloxham in the 93rd minute. Why is it always that top one that... It's always the top one. Plymouth Argyle have got a late equaliser against Wickham, and they needed that. Plymouth are having a shocking season, aren't they? That point could be absolutely vital. That's assuming they don't do the same as what happened at Fratton Park. I don't know how long's being played, but... there's that confirmation. I'm wondering if it's on my AI score where that's actually coming through. Let's have a quick look. It always seems to be that top window. 94th minute. Plymouth Argyle got that equaliser. Right, I think what we'll do, we've got enough full-time scorers now. We can start doing the... Get a bit of quiet for you. We'll get the full-time... All the full-time results. Going to take me a second. Leave the ice hockey on. Just in... I will leave the ice hockey on just in case anyone is watching it. And let's get these full-time scores for you. We'll start off with... the English Championship. Coventry 0, Ipswich 2. Leicester 2, Derby 1. Middlesbrough 0, Hull 1. Millwall 2, Bristol City 1. Norwich 0, Watford 1. Oxford United 0, Swansea 1. Portsmouth 2, Charlton 1. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Blackburn 0. Stoke 1, Sheffield United 2. West Brom 2, QPR 1. Wrexham 2, Preston 1. Birmingham 1, Southampton 1. Southampton have just equalised. 72 minutes gone in that game. It was a later kick-off. English League 1, AFC Wimbledon 0, Exeter 1. That's just come through as a final score. Barnsley 0, Lincoln 2. Blackpool 4, Rotherham 0. That game's still being played, 97 minutes on the clock. Bolton 0, Mansfield 1. Bradford City 1, Port Vale 0. That game's still being played, 10 minutes of added on time they've got so far. Burton 0, Wigan 2. Cardiff 2, Stevenage 1. Huddersfield 2, Northampton 0. Luton 3, Leyton Orient 0. Peterborough 1, Reading 1. Plymouth Argyle 1, Wycombe 1, Stockport 4, Doncaster 2. English League 2. Newport 2, Crewe 0, Accrington 1, Harrogate 0, Bristol Rovers 0, Barnet 2, Cheltenham 0, Swindon 2, Chesterfield 0, Cambridge United 1, Crawley 1, Bromley 3, Gillingham 1, Colchester 1, Grimsby 1, Shrewsbury 0, MK Dons 1, Notts County 1, Salford 0, Fleetwood 0, Tranmere 1, Barrow 3, Walsall 1, Oldham 2. English National League South, just the one game tonight. Chelmsford 1, Dagenham Redbridge 3. That game is still being played, 97 minutes on the clock. Serie A, AS Roma 3, Genoa 1. Liga Portugal, FC Porto 2, AFS 0. That game is still being played, 70 minutes on the clock. African Cup of Nations, anybody who's interested. Angola 0, Egypt 0. Zimbabwe 2, South Africa 3. Comoros 0, Mali 0. Zambia 0, Morocco 3. And that is all your results from Monday, the 29th of December 2025. Just 3 days to go. It's all over and done with. Well, 2 days to go, isn't it, really? The 29th is done. Not sure what day we are back next. I think it'll possibly be... Let's have a quick look now if we can indulge ourselves, can't we? Anybody on New Year's Eve? There's some games from Wales, and that's pretty much it. Let's have a look who's on New Year's Day. Premier League, they're all tea time and evening kickoffs, but there's plenty of football, so it looks like New Year's Day we will be doing football special. All the goals from around the UK and Europe as they go in will be quicker than Sky. We'll do it from half-time onwards. So we'll see you on New Year's Day. All that's left for me to say is, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Ring that notifications bell, and if you can give us a thumbs up, that would be superb. Thank you to Adrian this evening for joining me in live chat. I will be catching up with you, mate, at the end of... at the end of January, hopefully. If everything goes to plan. And apart from that, enjoy the rest of your Monday evening. It's difficult remembering what days is which, isn't it, over the festive period. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your Monday evening. I am Jimmy James. You've been watching Catch It Live First. I'll see you on New Year's Day. Take care.